Well, it's my pleasure to be here tonight to share with all of you a lot of our plans for the 275th celebration here in Chesterfield County this year. And the goal of the presentation tonight is to highlight some unique accomplishments that were celebrated 25 years ago in 1999, and then our plans for 2024 for the 275th. And we have a county special events committee of which I am part of, which is representative of a variety of different county departments, private individuals and organizations that has been working very hard to put together a really unique celebration to honor this milestone. So hope you enjoy the presentation this evening. So just a little bit of a snapshot of how far we've come in the time that Chesterfield County was actually established. So at the time we were created in 1749 and formed from Henrico County, unclear what the population might have been at that point in time, but really the first census was about 1790, and at that point we had a little over 14,000 people living here in the newly formed county. 1850, not a whole lot of uptick in that, a few thousand. The biggest spike was in the 1950s, approximately about 40,000 residents here. And then in 1980, a huge spike with over 141,000. And presently over 380,000 residents here in the county at this point in time. Now, you may wonder, what do we call a 275th? This is a real tongue twister here, okay? Bicentenary quasi-quingenary is the actual title if you want to say a 275th. But most people probably just say, happy birthday Chesterfield for our 275th birthday. Now, we were fortunate enough, 2018, we celebrated Eppington's 250th anniversary, semi-quincentennial. And just 2 years ago, Magnolia Grange had its 200th anniversary for a bicentennial. And not that long ago, we commemorated the sesquicentennial to the American Civil War. So we're really looking forward to a lot of unique events upcoming here this year. So in addition to Chesterfield County, what other localities were actually created in that same year? Well, Culpeper County, Cumberland, and Southampton County were also established in 1749. Now, other localities and states that have maybe just celebrated their 275th or will be celebrating that anniversary this year as well. Reading, Pennsylvania just celebrated their 275th last year. Frederick County as well. But we're going to be in good company here with the city of Alexandria and Dumfries, Virginia. Both of those localities are celebrating their 275th anniversary as well. Now, how many of you might have in the room tonight was actually here to celebrate the 250th in 1999? Anyone? A few of you. Okay, excellent. Was there anything special that was offered in 1999 that really jumped out at you, that stood out as a really unique event? Lise?
We dressed up all the Board of Supervisors in costumes.
Okay. Yes, and that's something probably people wouldn't forget, definitely. Anyone else? Any unique activity?
Repeat what she said.
She had mentioned that the Board of Supervisors were dressed up in costume.
From 1749.
From 1749.
Hey, I'm up for that, no problem. Good. I used to do tours at Maymont in dress.
I'm definitely
Okay.
going to need a wig, though.
And how many of you here tonight live in Chesterfield County? Just about everyone here in the room. Okay. So we are going to be really kicking things into high gear here and doing a lot of promotion for all of our upcoming events. And before too long here, you're going to be hearing a lot about our upcoming plans, which I'm going to go into detail here for you this evening. This is a historic map showing a portion of Henrico County, one of the original 8 shires of Virginia, and really unique story in regards to how we actually become part of what was originally Henrico County. So really the story starts to really look at the urgency to really create a new county here. Residents that were lived south of the James needed to travel to Henrico to get to the court, and there was a need to really create a new county seat and establish a new courthouse. And so from that need, the bottom portion of Henrico County was now going to be established as what we now know as Chesterfield County in 1749. And one of the first tasks that came about was the need to establish a new courthouse. That was going to be created in 1750, right in the center of Chesterfield. Now, our path to the creation of what we now know as Chesterfield County is very unique. So in 1634, the colony of Virginia was divided into 8 shires. The area of course, Chesterfield was part of what was Henrico County. And there was a need to establish this new county. So on May 1st of 1749, the General Assembly passed an act officially to divide that county in half. Then 2 weeks later, on May 12th, we had the official Commissioner of the Peace that was created, in which we had the official county charter of Chesterfield County that actually established the justices of the peace and also was designed to enforce the ordinances thereof. And on May 25th, 2 weeks later, Chesterfield County was officially ready to officially start operations. And literally on June 2nd, 1749, was going to be the first court session in Chesterfield. So it's a really unique story and history in regards to the establishment of our county. And of course, we really look at May 25th as the birth date of Chesterfield County, and as such, Memorial Day weekend is going to be filled with a lot of different celebrations and events to really celebrate the birth of our county. Now, the unique story here of the county charter from 1749, the photo on the left here is an image of the original charter. We have Wendy Hughes, the county clerk of court, and Lise Vanderlinden and Buddy Cranford with the Chesterfield Historical Society of Virginia. Sort of interesting story in regards to this charter here, and Lise, correct me if I'm wrong, you can fill in some of the gaps, but there was I believe it was during the Civil War, that the county charter was actually taken from the county courthouse by a Union soldier, and was in the property of a particular Union soldier for a good many years, and that was officially returned to Chesterfield County. But we do have a replica that's framed that hangs in Historic Trinity Church, I believe as well, right?
Yeah, in the museum. There's a colored copy in the museum.
In the museum as well. Yeah, so an interesting backstory on that. Well, this is our namesake for the county here. Philip Dormer Stanhope was considered the 4th Earl of Chesterfield. And just to give you a little bit of backstory on him, he was born in 1694 and passes in 1773. Was a distinguished statesman and diplomat, but he was responsible for securing the adoption of the new style Gregorian calendar in 1751, and he's chiefly remembered for his letters to his natural son, Philip Stanhope, which were written not for publication, but he wrote these letters starting in 1737 onwards, up until close to his death. But he was really known for his diplomacy and his grace, and so this is the individual whom our county is actually named after. We do have a portrait of Lord Chesterfield that hangs in the Chesterfield County Museum as well. Now, a few other important items that happened in 1749, the same year our county was created. Benning Wentworth issues the first of the New Hampshire grants, leading to the establishment of what we now know as the state of Vermont. King George II of England charters what would be the Ohio Company to settle the Ohio Valley. The town of Halifax, Nova Scotia is founded by the British. And lo and behold, quote from the Earl of Chesterfield, idleness is only refuge to weak minds. And we know that Lord Chesterfield himself was known for a lot of very famous quotes. So some interesting things that happened the same year that Chesterfield was actually created. Now, in 1999, on the courthouse green and also at Magnolia Grange, there were a variety of different activities. We had some militia training on the courthouse green, an encampment at Magnolia Grange, militia training, a variety of different special activities that went on for the 250th. Here's a photo of the Board of Supervisors. We had a ribbon cutting at the Chesterfield County Museum, unveiling a new exhibit in that museum in 1999. There was a reenactment of a court trial inside the historic 1917 courthouse, and official proclamation on the steps of the historic courthouse, fife and drum music performances. This was just sort of a sampling of activities that were held in 1999. Now, you may want to know what were some of the unique events that transpired 25 years ago. Well, we had a wedding reenactment at Magnolia Grange. There was a special evening at Eppington Plantation, a regatta on the Swift Creek Reservoir, a special event at Randolph Farm and Ettrick. We had a special event at the county fairgrounds during the county fair, a religious freedom reenactment at the historic courthouse, which was sort of interesting because we did something similar last June at the historic courthouse as well. We had a reenactment of court days on the county complex, special events at Midlothian Mines Park with the dedication, spirit walk on the courthouse green, just a variety of different events, really that lasted the entire year, which we're going to be doing in 2024 as well, looking at a variety of different activities throughout the year. So since 1999, what have been some of the more unique accomplishments in 25 years? Well, since that time, we've had 6 new fire stations that have come online, which is indicative of the growth and expansion of the county that we have here, an additional residents moving to Chesterfield County for a quality of life, and more people being a lot more active. So we're really pleased in regards to that. Most recently, the Midlothian Fire Station just last year that was unveiled. Also, we've had 5 new libraries that have been built since 1999. Just recently, the new Midlothian Library has been unveiled, and so we're really excited about a lot of new libraries here in the county. One of the largest growths, however, have been all the new school construction since 1999. And this is a combination of elementary, middle, and high schools here in the county. And of course, our new Parks and Recreation building is a renovation of the old Beulah Elementary School that our department just moved into in June of this past year. And of course, there's been a new Beulah Elementary School constructed as well. So there's been a lot of growth to ensure that there's a lot new schools that have come online for the students. Transportation improvements, some notable items to point out. A lot of pedestrian improvements along Route 10. We've had the widening of Route 10 and of course the I-295 Meadowdale interchange. Construction of the Pocahontas Parkway, 895, that links I-95 and Chippenham. We've had an expansion of public transportation service. And of course, one of the big advancements is going to be the construction of the new Fall Line Trail that will run from Ashland to Petersburg, and seeing sections of that are going to be coming online over a course of a number of years. That's going to be one of the main injections of a lot of improvements here for the county. Now, a lot of recreation improvements here over the course of the last 25 years. Henricus Visitor Education Building. We've had a lot of new Civil War historical sites that have been preserved. Ware Bottom Battlefield, Howlett Line site, the Brown and Williamson Conservation Area. We had the dedication of Midlothian Mines Park. A couple dog parks in Chesterfield County. The Government Center Trail dedication, which gets a lot of use. Radcliffe Conservation Area was established in 2008. Atkins Acres property was acquired for a new park in 2011. Historic Point of Rocks was actually a purchase from the County Board of Supervisors, and this has been one of the major projects by our Historical Society to see that this house, working closely with our department, can be restored. And we had River City Sportplex that was acquired by the county in 2016. A couple other Civil War sites donated here, Battery Danzler. We had improvements to the River City Sportsplex in 2020, and additional improvements are coming in regards to that facility as well, which hosts numerous sporting events throughout the year and one of the largest recreational areas. Now, certain community center improvements. We had the St. Francis Medical Center that opened. A couple really unique businesses coming to the county. Sabra Dipping Company in 2010. We had just Lego breaking ground on a new facility just last year. We added our after-hours concert series at River City Sportsplex. And Ettrick Train Station was actually saved in 2019. So a lot of really important community service improvements throughout the county since 1999. What we're looking at to do for 2024 as we celebrate the 275th. So one of the first things that I wanted to do was to get out to the communities, share with the public, alert everyone, educate them on what our plans were. So I've been doing a variety of different presentations over the winter for a lot of different groups, assisted living facilities, Lifelong Learning Institute, programs for women's groups, scouting organizations, to really start sharing all the news with the public. And some of our first celebration events are going to be starting here this spring. So while we do have a Historical Society fundraiser at Castlewood on April 27th, some of our larger events to really tie in the celebration will be on May 4th. We're going to have an Eppington Spring Festival, which will be an all-day event, and we're collaborating with Henricus Historical Park. They're going to be closing down their operations, and we're going to have a much larger event at Eppington that will provide a lot of different and unique activities, entertainment, have a huge living history area on May 4th. Then we jump into the full weekend of our celebration, Memorial Day weekend. May 24th, we're going to have a special event for county employees. It'll be a County Appreciation Day from 11 to 1 on the historic courthouse green. And Saturday and Sunday will be the two larger events. We move over to the county fairgrounds in the evening from 6 to 9 o'clock with a variety of different activities. We're going to wrap things up that evening with a fireworks show. Then Sunday, we will have our Memorial Day program at the fairgrounds in the Veterans Building. We will be working on a special program to celebrate Juneteenth during the month of June, and we'll be tying in special activities for our county 4th of July event at the county fairgrounds. We will be having fife and drum music performance. I have a variety of different first-person living history characters that are going to be portraying Thomas Jefferson, Sir Thomas Dale, Lord Chesterfield, and others that will be greeting the public for the 4th of July event. So should be something really fun for the public and really unique. Then in the fall, we move into a lot of other events. We'll have a special 275th event at Midlothian Mines for our annual event, October 19th. We will be having a larger haunted lantern tour on the museum complex on October 26th. Our annual Veterans Day event at the county fairgrounds on November 11th, and then conclude everything with our holiday celebration at Magnolia Grange with the open house and a special Christmas holiday tea with special activities and entertainment for that. So working on a lot of really special events throughout the year. And of course, one of the newer events for a fundraiser opportunity for the Historical Society will be the Craft, Plant, and Bake fundraiser at Castlewood. So we'll be having a lot of different vendors for that. We have a music performance, children's activities throughout the day, and that will be on April 27th from 10 to 2 at Castlewood. Then we move into the Eppington Spring Festival on May 4th from 10 to 5. We are working on finalizing all of our marketing and promotion for that, and we'll be working closely with our county communications and media team to really promote this heavily, and really looking forward to a much larger event than what we typically would offer at Eppington. And then, of course, we move into the large festivities, Memorial Day weekend, just to give you an idea of some of the different activities that we will have. The entire green is going to be literally occupied with a lot of different programs and activities. There won't be one probably free space to be had, so there'll be a lot of a lot of activities for the public to enjoy on that day. Then Sunday we have the Memorial Day ceremony at the county fairgrounds, and this really was a great opportunity for us. While we loved to do it for years in front of the historic courthouse on the courthouse green with that backdrop, all of the noise and traffic just really impacted the enjoyment of that to a certain degree. And should we have inclement weather, moving it to this facility as demonstrated over the last couple years has really proved to be a really great asset for us. And we can accommodate 300 to 400 people inside the building. We have a variety of different vendors, exhibitors in there, and it's really proven to be a great location for us. Then we move into the July 4th celebration, certainly the largest event that is organized here in the county. We typically see anywhere from 10 to 12,000 people that come out for the July 4th celebration. So we're really looking forward to tying in a unique theme for the 275th for this special event. And then in the fall we move into a lot of our other festivities. Midlothian Mines Park in late October. Our Haunted Lantern Tours, so we'll be doing things a little bit different, having activities not only at Magnolia Grange, but also activities at Castlewood, where we have a lot more open space and can incorporate some really unique and different activities for that function. Then we get close to the end of the year with our Veterans Day program on November 11th at the county fairgrounds. And then our traditional holiday events at Magnolia Grange, and working on a special 275th theme for the open house on December 7th, and our holiday tea on December 11th. Now, before you leave, on the table in the back, I have brought in our information cards, which is really our first promotional item that we have. And on there you'll have the special 275th webpage, which we are updating, and there will be constantly new activities that are going to be added to that. But I wanted to share with you the webpage here, chesterfield.gov/cfield275. So if you go to that web page, you will find information on some of our first spring events, and we will be continually adding to that. So we're really looking forward to this year's celebration. We're going to be working on some additional new promotional and marketing material, so we hope to have a lot of people come out for our events, and of course hoping for good weather. That's the one thing we can't control, but our committee has put a lot of time and effort into planning all of this to make this really, it's the citizens' birthday party here. And so we wanted to put together a variety of different events to have the public enjoy that and really focus on the impact and importance of this year for Chesterfield County history. So I want to thank you all for letting me come out and share some of our plans for the year. Thank you.